Hello everybody, it's Anne from Anne's Stampin' Up. Welcome to another Stamping Up Day in Simcoe, Ontario. It's a really rainy day here, so I'm trying to do this video in between rain showers because it's really raining hard and we live right on the main highway, so the noise is just interfering with my video. This is my third attempt at the video today. So let's get started quickly. Okay, if you don't have your own demonstrator and you live in Canada, you can shop with me. You can reach me at stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. So welcome everybody. The card we're going to make today is a case from the catalogue, which just means copy and share everything, and I'll get to it right now. So getting right down to making this card, as I say, we're going to copy from the catalogue. We're copying from page 17, which has the beautiful Circle Sayings stamp set on it. The stamps and punch as a bundle are $56.50. Great value for your money. We're also going to use a piece of DSP from the Glorious Gingham set. Now that's just lovely paper. I don't know why I never noticed it before, but it's the 2020, what is it, 2023 to 25 in colors, I think, or it's the paper that has the returning colors. I'm not sure which it is, but it's Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, Pecan Pie, and Pretty Peacock right there. Okay, lovely colors, lovely patterns. On the one side it sort of has a crosshatch gingham, and on the other it's definitely a little mini gingham pattern. We are going to use the Berry Burst gingham. We're going to use the larger side of it. Okay, that's the back side, and every sheet is the same, you know, a large crosshatch and a very small gingham. Beautiful papers. The base of the card is going to be Bubble Bath. This card is, the card itself is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's going to have an overlay on it, a mat of Bubble Bath, and that is 5 1/4 by 4. Yeah, that will stand up nicely. We've got a piece of basic white for the inside, which is 5 1/4 by 4 again, and we've got really a scrap. I needed about a 3-inch square of basic white to stamp the sentiment on the front. This piece of Berry Burst we're going to cut, and we're going to decorate the envelope and put a piece on the front of the card. Alright, when we're finished you'll have my version of the card, and you'll be able to see the version that's in the catalogue as well. So I need to bring in my paper cutter here. Here we are, because I need to cut the paper first. Now where's my envelope gone? My envelope is not a Stampin' Up envelope. I couldn't get Stampin' Up envelopes in time. I didn't realize I was out. This came from the local stationery store, probably Staples. So I don't know what the size of the flap is. I can't just cut it to my usual 2 1/4 inches that I cut for a Stampin' Up envelope. So because it's not Stampin' Up, I'm going to have to measure it. Now usually a Stampin' Up envelope, the flap is 2 1/4, and it's sort of rounded a bit on the end. This one here has straight quarters, and it's 1 7/8. So I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut a strip at 2 inches and put it on the envelope, and we're going to do that first so that it can dry. And we're just going to cut it off this way at 2 inches. There. And then we're going to need another piece. Now the circle that we're going to stamp the sentiment on is going to be cut out using the 2 3/8 of an inch punch. So I know that I need my strip to be less than 2 3/8 inch wide, so I'm going to cut another strip at 2 inches, and that should give me lots, and I can trim it down if I have to. Cut it off at 2 inches. We'll put that piece away to use another time. So we've cut 2 strips at 2 by 6 inches. One is going on the envelope flap, one is going behind the circle, the saying on the front of the card. All right, let's see what we can come up with here. Let's do some stamping first. We're going to stamp, let me see, where's my card front? Here. And this is, as I see, a bubble bath. Okay, now I'm going to pull in a scrap of paper because I think I want to stamp off first of all before I go ahead and stamp on my card. So I'm just going to fold this up. This is just a piece of my regular grid paper. We'll use the clean side, and we'll put this, I'm going to turn this way because I want to stamp down this side. Okay, what I have is the happy birthday from the Circle Sayings bunch. Okay, it's a nice little stamp, and we're going to stamp it. First of all, we're going to see what we get stamping this in very bubble bath. Now you see, that's a fairly pale stamp. I don't think I'm going to stamp it off before I stamp it on my card. I think I'm just going to stamp it on the card, and I'm just going to stamp, maybe a little closer, and all I'm doing is staggering this stamp. So we've got that. Okay, we'll put that to one side. We should have done the envelope first, but we did, of course, so not to worry. We'll get to it in a minute. Right, so now we're going to stamp the circle on this piece, which is about 4 or 5 inches, but you really only need 3. And I'm going to try it with smoky slate first, and we'll see just how well that works. This is the circle. Oh gosh, that's nice. Right, I think we're going with that. And then we've got a cupcake that we're going to stamp in Berry Burst. And we're going to stamp this in the circle, and also just to put something on the inside of the card. Where's my cupcake? There it is. We're stamping this in Berry Burst. It's going to go right in the middle of the circle. Oh, that's nice. I'll just stamp it on the side of the card, okay? On the corner of the card. There. Just a little something inside. I wonder if we need to stamp something else on the inside. What about because you're awesome? And I think we're going to stamp that in the smoky slate. And that'll tie the inside of the card in with the front of the card. And it'll all be great. There, that just made a nice inside for the card as well. Right, so we've got the inside stamped, we've got this stamped. We're going to just punch this out using the 2 3/8 punch, which is the punch that came with the set. And I think I'm too close to the edge here, so we'll have a look and see. How does this punch out? Well, it's going to be real close. I think we can manage with it. That's something to think about when you're going to punch something out with a circle punch. Don't stamp too close to the edge. I was so close. There's just a hair of cardstock right here that's left. Let's put this card together. First of all, I am going to glue this piece to the envelope so it has a minute or 2 to dry while we're working on the rest of the card. I'm going to use liquid adhesive, my Tombow liquid adhesive, and we're just going to take this piece that we measured, and we're going to put the adhesive on the flap of the envelope. Alright, we want to get quite close to the edge, as you know, because we want this to really hold firm. slide this way till I feel it pop over the little seam on the envelope. Oops, pushed it too far back. Making sure I've got a little bit of, oh goodness, a little bit hanging over at each end. Smooth it down. Get that off of my fingers. Let's just clean that up a little bit. My little pad. This silicone pad is amazing. You get all sorts of adhesive on it, and you can wipe it off with a baby wipe, or you can run it under the tap. It's amazing. We're going to put the rest of the card together. So what we've got is we have this piece that we stamped Happy Birthday on, and it's going to go on dimensionals on the front of the card. Now I'm just going to smooth my edges out here because it's a little folded over on the edge. It's just where it's gone through the cutter. That's going to go on there just like that on dimensionals. We have some dimensionals here. There we go. Where's my ruler? Let me just push those to the side out of my way. Right, turn this around, make sure my card's the right way up. Got about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. There. This is going on the inside. I think we'll just use, oops, adhesive here for this. And again, 4 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 4, and it gives you 1/8 of an inch border on your actual card itself all the way around. There. And that's that. I've got some adhesive on my finger. What next? This piece, but we're going to put this piece of paper down here like this behind this, so we need to measure this. Now I think 2 inches is really, I think it's fine with about the same amount top and bottom. So there's my ruler coming out again. So if I've got 1/2 inch above the circle and 1/2 inch below, I need this to be 3 1/2. So I'm going to cut this off, so that makes this piece 2 inches by 3 1/2. So 2 inches wide by 3 1/2. Give me a nice backing for the circle. Keep that piece for another card. Let's try this again behind this before we put it down. Yes, I think that will work nicely. Okay, and that's just going to go on the front of the card like that. But I do think I'm going to put this piece down flat and then pop that up on dimensionals again. So I got some dimension. Bring in my little mat again because I cannot see where I've got adhesive and where I don't, but I don't want this to fall off. There we go. So we've got some adhesive top and bottom. We're just going to put this piece about a 1/2 inch in from the edge of the layered piece. Okay, an equal distance from the top to the bottom. I think that's about equal. And then we'll pop this on a couple of dimensionals. About a 1/2 inch top and bottom. There it is. There's the card. The envelope, we're just going to take some scissors and trim around. Trim off the piece that we don't want to see. And when I'm cutting on a long line, I find I cut much better with larger scissors. Like I can't cut that line straight with my snips. And it's okay to use longer scissors. Snips have their purpose. So there we have it. There is the card. There is the envelope. It says celebrate with a cupcake on the front, and on the inside it says because you're awesome, with another cupcake. We decorated the envelope to go with it. That's it. That's the card for today, cased from page 17 of the catalogue. So let's clear some mess away, and I'll show you the card in the catalogue and the card we just made. So there it is. This is the one we cased from the catalogue, and this is the card we made. Same layout, just different colours, and really both lovely cards. So I can't say today that copy and share if you wish, because all the idea is mine. The idea wasn't mine, it came from the catalogue. I copied and shared it, and you're more than welcome to copy and share too. If you do sell your cards, please put the angel stamp on the back, which just means all the supplies used are Stampin' Up supplies. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week. Bye.